Hello, ladies and gentlemen, it is Crazed Gladiator, joined as always by my friends Sam, Rizzo, Andrew, and Gage Woodrick. Say hi, guys.
Hey, guys, what's up?
Hello.
Sammy doesn't give a damn.
I said hello.
Oh, well, okay, you weren't on the ball. Anyhow, I am your host, Crazed Gladiator, as I mentioned before, and today we are going to be doing a gaming podcast. First off, let's start off with what you've been playing for the week. So, what have you guys been playing for the week? Gage?
Digging deep into Skyrim as always, and the occasional Modern Warfare 3 multiplayer special ops with friends, usually split screen style, you know.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I don't even know what to say to that because I hate both of them right now.
Hey, don't hate on Skyrim, you know.
You know, Skyrim, I got up to level 30 and I was like, okay, well, this is good. Time to go.
Yeah, let's try this. Let's try something else.
Yeah.
I haven't quite reached that point yet.
The thing with Skyrim is it doesn't have really much of a storyline, and once you do all the cool stuff, you're just like, well, now what do I do? Anywho, what have you been playing there, Sam?
I just bought Amnesia today, so I'm gonna play probably later tonight at 4 a.m.
Piss yourself.
I'll do that anyway.
Wait, what?
Nothing. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
I bought Rage. I played like an hour of that, then forced it into playing Call of Duty. Yeah.
Okay.
Pretty much it.
Amnesia, it was so scary for me, I couldn't even get past the demo.
Really? It doesn't. Games don't scare me.
I played Dead Space 2, and I wasn't scared by that, but I played Amnesia, and I was like, where are the monsters? Oh, there's a silhouette over there. Oh my god, they're all over everywhere. And then, yeah. Then the game froze, and I took that as a sign, and I just quit. I was
What's
like,
that,
just blue screen on you.
Yeah, it saved me from myself. Anywho, Drew, what have you been playing?
Same old really, RuneScape, League of Legends.
RuneScape. Yeah, I think we mentioned once before that, you know, like, RuneScape is so old now that I'm pretty sure the only thing I want carried over from it into other games is the ability to customize your homes and then open it up for people to join and see.
Yep. Well, they have that in, did you see that, Korean game? That MMO?
Arcade.
Yeah, Arcade?
Yeah.
They have that housing option.
Yeah, I saw that. It was done by the Yogscast, and they were showcasing it. Funnily enough, the Yogscast are the only ones that's showcasing that damn game.
And actually, after Yogscast showcased that, the Koreans actually thought about making a European version of it in 2013.
I would like that because it looks like a cool concept.
I'd play that game for sure.
I would. To me, I think the most important thing you can have in an MMO is the ability to shape the world around you.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
And you know what? That's why I like Minecraft so much, because who doesn't want to build a house? But anywho, what have I been playing this week? I've been playing some of the good old Tribes Ascend open beta. Basically one of the fastest shooters I've ever played in my life. And it continues to get better and better with every patch. And then I played some Star Wars The Old Republic, very good MMO. I don't play it like an MMO, I play it like a single player because it's a lot like Knights of the Old Republic 1, so I just play it like that. And then I played some Brick Force. I got into the beta for that somehow, the closed beta. And it's like one of those games that it's fun to play, but you can't ever see yourself playing it too much of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then after that, I didn't really play much except for Mass Effect. I'm going back through the whole series. And I'm taking my time with it, because the longer it takes me to get through this Mass Effect 2, the more time it'll be before I get to that god-awful ending at Mass Effect 3.
Huh. I never played Mass Effect. It's not really my type of game.
You know, I
tried it. I just couldn't get into it.
It was the same boat as Sam. I haven't ever played it.
Drew, which one did you try?
The very first one.
I can understand. Did you hate the combat?
Yeah, it was fucking retarded.
Yeah, the combat in that game was so horrible, and the control you had over your squad mates was so very limited. Yep. But then they made the combat a hell of a lot more better in Gears of War, Mass Effect 2 and Mass Effect 3, to the point that it's kind of a competent third-person cover shooter. And it has a pretty good story behind it. There were a few moments in Mass Effect 3 and 2 where I will not lie, and I will not deny that I had some man tears come on there, single man masculine tears. But yeah, I yes, it brought on emotions, man. It brought on emotions. But yeah.
Sounds like a personal issue.
Probably.
Don't worry, I'm seeing a doctor about it. He still thinks I'm a dumbass too. But yeah. So besides that, I haven't really been playing much. But let's move into our topics for the week. And what have you been? What do you guys? What was the Neo Geo is what we were going to talk about. What do you guys think of the Neo Geo? And Sam, I talked to you a little bit about it. And
Sounds like a stupid idea.
To anybody who doesn't know, and this doesn't really fit into gaming too much, well, it does because it's a portable gaming device, but the Neo Geo, the one they're releasing, is a callback to the old portable, it was either a portable device or a console back in, like, the 90s, and it's basically a remake of the Neo Geo from then. The thing is, it costs $800 for a single one.
Holy Christ!
Oh
Yeah,
my god!
Yeah. It costs $800 for a single Neo Geo and the thing is, the hardware on it is even weaker than what we have now on our 7-year-old consoles.
What the hell?
When did they say they were gonna bring that out?
It was like 3 or 4 weeks ago, and so we're kind of a little bit behind the curve here, but I wanted to talk about it. For that price, it better, like, reveal the secret of life to me or something, because it is not worth it.
So, what's the use of it then?
Well, the thing is, it comes with, like, 20 old games from back in the Neo Geo's day, but the thing is, if I want those old games, I can just go on to, like, the PlayStation Market or emulate or something, those old games, and get them for, like, $5 or $2.50 a pop. Yeah.
Yeah, no kidding. That's definitely the way to go.
Yeah.
Except for a person like you, Trey, would kind of have to get a PlayStation before you would do that.
Oh, God. Hey, smartass. We have things called Steam and emulation. I don't know if you heard. But, yeah.
PlayStation for life.
Oh, God, don't even start.
Meh.
Meh.
I've had both. I like Xbox better.
That's true. That's true. I have played both. I just like being, like, nationalistic about my PS3 just because I like bugging Trey.
Oh my gosh, it's not a country, damn it. You are a fanboy to the bone.
What is a nation, okay, Trey? Go look it up in the dictionary. A nation is like a group of people.
Anyways,
whatever.
We're getting off topic. So, I can't, like, understand what the Neo Geo is meant to appeal to. Like, who is this appealing to?
Collectors.
Collectors, yeah, I guess.
Maybe they just ran out of money and, like, we need a really fast idea to make money. I got it. Let's charge them something from the 80s. $900.
Your average gamer is not going to throw down $800 for a Neo Geo. Your hardcore gamer is not going to throw down $800 for a Neo Geo because they've already thrown down, like, say, $4,000 for their high-end gaming rig. The only person you'd actually be able to buy this, or that would actually buy this thing, is someone with way too much money and time on his hands. And even then, that's you know, that's taking a guess. So, who is going to buy this thing?
I'm not quite sure.
Yeah, it's a little odd to me. I know I won't be one.
Let's see who would buy it. In the video.
Tomorrow I'm going to see you walk in with one and be like, hey, guess what I got?
I think one of us should get one just so we could review it on here.
Oh, God.
That is not going to happen.
That is not you.
Who's got $800? Who wants to buy this?
I will sell my toilet first.
Yeah.
Why? That's the worst thing to sell. You need a toilet.
Hey.
Where are you gonna poop?
Hey, we have bushes. This is Saskatchewan land out here. There's plenty of cover.
Cover, yeah, everything's flat.
Bushes, damn it. I'll be like the leader of Invisible Children. Hey-oh.
Oh, God. Oh, you
We're
did
getting
go
topical
there.
now. We're
Trey,
getting
just
topical.
shut up. Just shut up. Just shut up
sorry.
right now.
We're not gonna bring politics into this. Anywho, on to our next subject of the day. What do you guys think of the PS4? They are codenaming it Orbis, from what I hear.
Nah.
That's a sick code name, I'm not going to lie.
I hate it.
You're the
Orbis.
only
Who
one
wants
that
to play the
thinks that.
Orbis? Orbis sounds ridiculous.
Yeah. Okay, that is true.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
I'm just drinking my grape drink, trying to not spit it all over the screen.
My laptop is just covered in pop right now from that.
I'm basically just enjoying and savoring these last year or two before the PlayStation 4 comes out. because of the PlayStation Network no longer being free. So yeah, I'm gonna enjoy this last little bit of that.
To me, I'm not even enjoying it. It's like, to me, I want these new consoles to come out because it's, personally, they need to take like the PlayStation 3, drive it out to Nevada, stick a sack over its head, and put it down gracefully, as well as the Xbox 360. Because the thing is, it's holding the gaming industry back as a whole.
I don't know. They told many companies to start making games for the PS4.
That's good, because now the technology will be upgraded and it can handle more stuff. Like, do you understand just how many tricks they have to go through to actually get a console game to run properly on a 7-year-old piece of kit? Like the reason we see such big gun models in Call of Duty and Battlefield is because the stuff behind that gun is not being rendered. And the reason why the FOV is usually so narrow and so limited is because it's less area for the console to have to render for your character.
Yeah, no kidding, eh? You got a fair point there. Like, why make a brand new game to play on something that's like just 7 years old, right? That just doesn't make sense. So,
like, it's almost crazy just how many tricks they have to do to get the actual thing to run on a console. And I'm interested to see what they can do with like this new generation of consoles, and frankly, Microsoft is a little crazy for not wanting to release it earlier, because PS4 is going to get out there first, from what I hear. It's gonna basically be this new brand new thing. A lot of people are going to buy it. They'll probably keep their old consoles because, from what I hear, PS4 and Xbox 720, I guess, doesn't have any backwards compatibility. So. Yeah, so you won't be able to go back and play your old games. Then again, these are just rumors, so take everything we say with a grain of salt here.
Well, remember what Xbox did. You could, on the old Xbox, you could recover your account on the new one.
It was select and it was select the games you could play for the 360.
Yeah.
Right.
Then again,
but why would you? You would still have your games from your old console, like they did for PS3 and 2.
Yeah, it kind of sucks though, because there are a lot of old games I would love to go back and play on my 360. Because let's face it, an Xbox nowadays does not run too well, especially if you used it quite a lot in its heyday.
Yeah.
Like my Xbox, I just have it up in my trailer for when I'm camping. I know, I'm a gamer to the death. But the actual tray doesn't open. So I have to like get a knife wedged in there and I'll be like, open!
Yeah, it's mostly just function, like just basic stuff though. It's nothing. But yeah, I mean, when they first started making the PS3, some models would play. Some of the earlier models would allow you to play your PS2 games on it, which was great. Mine is like that, so mine's an older style one, but
360 does that as well.
Now the newer ones are excluded them, and now PS2 games are completely obsolete. So yeah, just a thing of the past.
I'm actually quite interested to see what happens with these new generation of consoles, because have you ever heard this phrase that if games just started being developed for PC exclusively and no consoles were involved, it'd be mind-blowing to the point that we wouldn't look at our games nowadays on consoles and say, wow, that looks cool, because let's face it, when you have 7-year-old tech, it can't keep up to the new technology. Like my little PC right here, it runs Battlefield 3 on Ultra, and it did so in the beta, and it's incredible. And it's a lot more powerful than an Xbox or a 7.
Yeah. But that's because it's designed to be that way, right?
It's
your Xbox 360, that's just about 7 years old now, wasn't designed to keep up with these new games that they're trying to produce right now. So
and when you think about it, no console before this point had lived up to this point. Like, how long did the Super Nintendo live for? Like 3-4 years? Now we have an Xbox 360 going for like about 7-8 years. We're going at now here.
Yeah, depending.
Depending.
Yeah, but last time they made a console, they lost money. So
Sony did.
Oh yeah, because they're charging nothing for online, like Xbox did. And they got the money back within like 2 some years.
But yeah, what Sony is doing is like a service, but it's not.
Yeah.
But they're losing money, and so they have to regain some money, and I don't blame them for that. I mean, it was a great idea to have it free, but I mean, it was just if something is too good to be true forever.
Yeah. Honestly, it's not that big of an inconvenience to shell out $5 a month. Honestly, honestly, and for all like the capabilities that a console has, that I suppose a PC can do, like you have your Netflix and your Zune and all that, and you can do that all on a PC. Whatever a console can do, a PC can do better. But anywho,
A PC tops any console.
Yeah, they're designed to be that way. It's like that old saying, whatever you can do, I can do better. Like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
That's sing-songy like that too, I bet.
Yeah.
So I never play consoles anymore because I'm always on the computer. It's way better,
like
way better.
Yeah, the only reason I play console anymore is for games to play with friends. Anything else, if it's like a game I know I won't play with friends, I'll just slap it in the old PC.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not gonna lie, consoles have a really nice way to play with friends. Like, it's really easy and simple to understand, and you can just go
there's
ahead
a
and
lot
do
of
it.
things about.
But like with PC,
PC doesn't
there's a
have
lot
that.
There's a lot of like non-dedicated servers and stuff, and like you have to. It's like finding a match is so confusing. Like in Battlefield 2, when I first started playing it, I had no idea how to look for a match.
Yeah.
Like I had to go through all these search options and all this crap, and I had no idea how to do it.
That's actually, I think actually the reason for that is because PCs originally started off doing it. That most of the time, nearly every game had dedicated servers, and so you wouldn't really need to have this friends list because you'd find a server, you'd stick with it, you'd enjoy it, and you'd see the people on a day-to-day basis if you played on a day-to-day basis. And now we're seeing less of that because there's far more console ports coming in, and dedicated servers are kind of becoming less and less seen, and it really does suck. I mean, some companies do stick with them, but besides Steam and Origin and a few other things, we don't have a way to keep track of our friends on a PC.
Nope.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whereas
console
does.
They're more of a convenience almost.
They're when I think of like a console, I think of it as social gaming, and then I think of a PC as hardcore.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah. So yeah, it's interesting to see what a new generation of console can do, because let's face it, when the new Xbox 360 and PS3 came out, there was that leap in technology that we saw. Like they had the Ghost Recon Advanced Warfighter soon come out. Like they had to work out the kinks originally. Like the Xbox 360 had that horrible heating issue and still does to this day, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Red Rings of Death, as we all know.
Oh yeah.
The funny thing is, I've never had a Red Ring of Death.
Really? I have.
I have never had one.
I've had one.
I had it like 2 days after I spent like $800 on actual like Elite one.
Yeah.
And then they would take it back or something like that. So we end up just like getting rid of it for like $100.
Yeah. Anyways, it's certainly gonna be interesting to see what this new technology can do, and I'm sure it'll usher in this kind of whole idea of advanced gaming, I suppose, like the next generation.
Yeah, next generation games, even.
That's funny because that goes into our next topic, and it's what is the next generation of gaming going to be like, and the next generation of games, vice versa. Sam, this was your topic you brought up. What do you think of it?
Yeah. Right now, it's Call of Duty. We can all say that. Like we know, Call of Duty's the best one.
Call of Duty is the best one for sales, and it is the reigning champion without a doubt.
Yeah, I was going to say best might not be the best word of choice, but yeah.
Most popular.
Most popular. There you go.
Yeah. It's probably going to be like co-op style,
Right.
Right.
15 people doing the same game. It's like World of Warcraft, but better.
Yeah.
I'd like to point out something. Like, I don't know how much you guys are spent on YouTube watching videos.
Well, I actually have a point that I want to bring out that'll fit this nice and well, but you go on, Gage.
Are you familiar with like Freddie Wong and his VFX videos and stuff?
Oh no. Yeah. Of course. More helicopters.
He ended up doing one about it. It actually fits this topic like perfectly.
Battlefield
4. No.
Oh.
It's actually the future of gaming. And he shows that he does a really cool VFX video of like his character wearing kind of a headset type of thing, and it had a projector that produced 3D images, and it was kind of like the PlayStation Move and Wii, where it was like motion controlled, and you used your gun, and it was like 3-dimensional.
I'm pretty certain I saw this.
Real time.
Wasn't it like a Tron style kind of video?
I think so. Yeah.
Didn't he make like copies of himself, and each one of them had like one had a rocket launcher, the other one had an assault rifle, and the other one had a revolver or something?
Not overpowered at all, by the way.
I don't know. He's made so many videos of so many different stuff, but I remember this was one of them, and I might show Trey a bit later.
Yeah, I don't think we'll actually see that very... that kind of reminds me of the augmented reality. You know that headset that came out like in the 90s that ruined everybody's eyes?
Oh,
yeah. I think I played on that one time when I was in the mall, and then afterwards I had to like go scrub my eyes. It kind of hurt.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but anyways, future of gaming, what I think it's going to be, actually, is what we've seen recently is actually very cool. Have any of you actually heard of Man vs. Machine? Drew, I know I told you about this.
I can't say I have, no.
Man vs. Machine. It was basically a project ran by a group of people, and it was seeing if they could fit 1,000 people in the same server.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I told you about it. Yeah, you hear it, and you're like, oh, yeah. Basically, they were trying to see if they could fit 1,000 gamers all on one server. And for those of you who don't know, that's really important, because what are we seeing right now that the most we can get is like 64 people on one server, and PlanetSide 2 is, taking that a little bit further. But 1,000 people all on the same server. And here's the thing. They recorded it. They got 999 people, short one off from getting 1,000, all on one server. They recorded it. It ran smoothly. It was flawless. It ran so well. And basically, this kind. I mean, when they recorded it, there wasn't much in the background. It was basically, it was a barren slate. Like, there wasn't, anything to render in the background. It was, basically a gray beach they were on. If you want to think of it as, the storming the beaches of Normandy, that's basically what it was. Like, you had 500 people on one side getting off the boats, and you had the 500, aliens on the right side gunning them down as they came out. And it was epic, because you basically saw 1,000 people rushing at each other all at the same time, running smoothly at just a fantastic frame rate.
I can't even imagine that. That would be incredible.
Yeah, it was a lot of it was really hectic. But think if they implemented that into maps that were the size of I don't know, a country or a province or a state or something.
Yeah.
Like this map was pretty much like it looked like your typical Call of Duty map.
Yeah.
In size. So it's kind of cool to see when that will be implemented, because we know we have this technology, and I'm sure they're going to start selling this technology. I'm sure we're probably about, I don't know, maybe 5 years off, I'd wager, before we actually start to see this implemented to a certain extent in games.
Oh, yeah, for sure, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's just, I'm trying to wrap my head around that, just be able to be running and gunning, and then you kind of look to your right, and you can only see, it's just about 750 people that way, and you look the other way, and it's oh my god.
Yeah, the sheer amount of epic, though, it would be just to, spawn and see 500 people all around you, and the game starts, and you're just running in one huge group.
Yep.
Sorry about that.
So they did this already?
They did this. They did this test already, and from what I hear, they're starting to fine-tune it, and they should be shipping it out pretty soon.
Imagine in 10 years how many people I can do, because...
Yeah, that's...
Probably 10,000.
It's certainly interesting to think of that, because the only kind of technology that can come close to this right now is MMO, basically.
Yeah.
And what they do for MMOs is they split it by region. So for an example, in an MMO, I'm going to use WoW as an example. An MMO for WoW, it's kind of like server stability per region. So one person would be in Alterac, and then it counts that for the stability for that area, and then it counts the stability of another area, like say if somebody was in Lordaeron. So the stability is separated by a region, so it's not lagging just because there's a shitstorm of people all in one city.
Mm.
Yeah. And something else that I think will become the future of gaming is basically...
Real-life Call of Duty.
What'd you say?
Real-life Call of Duty.
I hope not. I hope not. Yeah, we have that already. It's called the Army.
Yeah, that's what I was just going to say, Sam. You got to get a craving for a real-life Call of Duty. Here's an address. You go to this and you join the Army.
Yeah. What do you guys think of the concept that pretty soon from now on, all we're going to see is games that are being sold over, digital distribution, like Steam? What do you guys think of that concept? I think that's where we're moving.
It's gonna get rid of a lot of, it's gonna be taking up a lot of space on your hard drive. Say I got...
Yeah. I don't like that.
250 gig or 100.
The thing is, I think for that to happen, first we would have to. It would take like about 10, 15 years. By that time, we would have a quicker internet speed.
No, they're saying the next
Are they?
game consoles are going to be doing that.
It's a rumor. It's
to get rid of.
It's a rumor, and I don't think it'll be possible.
No, hear me out. They're getting rid of you trade in games and you get money. They're getting rid of that. So you have one.
Xbox. It's not allowing that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it.
I think the concept of it is nice, but they really need to fine tune it because, like, I don't know how many games I have downstairs right now. Probably I have like 60 games on my shelf. Okay.
Yeah, I saw that.
Like that would take up an absurd amount of hard drive space if it was actually on my hard drive and not just a disk.
Either it takes like hard drive space or it's going to take like real life space.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
I get that it's the environmentally friendly way, but frankly, like they would have to really fine tune our internet speeds and then increase our hard drive space.
Yeah. I strongly discourage this. I really don't want them to rush into something that will not work properly.
It's a great concept because Steam and Origin by EA work fine, and GOG and Gamersgate and all that other stuff, they work fine. But because they all keep it on your cloud, and so the games aren't actually installed to your hard drive. It's like a cloud basically. The games don't get installed to your hard drive; they're just on like a separate server that you can play them off of. That's what Steam does. Yeah. So you don't have them on your hard drive. So
Steam is amazing.
Steam is amazing, but I really wish they get their servers together because I'm sick of hearing that the servers are busy.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, that's true. This kind of technology, I'll give it 10 years. 10 years before it is perfectly fine-tuned and usable.
Yeah. I'm pretty
I
sure...
can't wait.
Like 2 years, because that's when the next gen's coming out.
Don't believe every rumor you hear. I'm pretty sure before we see that happen, we're gonna move into Blu-ray first.
PS3 already did it.
PS3 already did it. Yeah, whatever.
Yeah. Woo!
Oh god.
So I can't wait till I'm like. I can't wait till I'm like 30 years old or something, or 40, and then I get to look back and all this gaming and all this and how it's improved.
See the progression,
so cool.
you know?
Yeah.
From playing on N64 to like PS3 Blu-ray discs, like this is that's crazy, right?
And now the game is real life. Oh.
Yeah.
I'll be sitting on my porch twirling my mustache and be like, "Oh, everything really went well, Jimmy." Rah.
Yeah, and I'll start shooting at you from my house.
Yeah, I'll be like, "Oh, frick, lightning bolts coming my way or something." I'll be like, "Ooh, this isn't good."
Wow.
If
That'd be
that
actually
doesn't
pretty
happen,
cool.
if that doesn't happen, I desperately want to be that cranky old guy on the porch that just yells at kids to get off his lawn. If I can't be that old man, then there's no reason for me to live.
That's what you do already.
Just sit on my porch and tell kids to get off my lawn.
Yeah.
How did you know?
Start yelling at the chillin' out there. It's like, what are you doing?
Yeah, get off my lawn, you darn thugs! Go back to school, learn your maths, be a scientist.
Go do some book learning, you know?
Yeah. Anywho, we're sitting at about 28 minutes.
Yeah.
That actually went by fairly quick. Not too shabby.
Yep.
Very well.
Anywho, so the audition that we did is for Nordrassil Radio. I guess I'll say thank you guys for taking the time to look at our audition. I really hope you did enjoy this.
Absolutely.
And, yeah. Hopefully you consider us. Not going to do any ass kissing because, frankly, that's not who I am. Gage and Sam might.
Oh, hey. Whoa.
Like hell.
Yeah. Anyway, we are what we are, so...
Anywho, so the topics we covered are our favorite games, the Orbis, future gaming, and...
New technology, new
the Neo Geo, which better have like a terabyte of something on it. Because, my god, it's too... You know what I'm thinking.
Yeah. Told me many times.
Yeah.
This is what we're all about. We're...
Yeah.
You know, just talk about new technology, games, strategies, anything like that.
What he said. This is pretty much what we do. Hopefully you guys consider us. Have a good day. It has been me, Chris Gladiator, the host, as always, joined by my friend Sam Rizzo to the left, who you guys can't see, and Gage Woodjick to the right, who you also can't see, and Andrew smack dab in between. He's kind of cushy in there. But anywho, ladies and gentlemen, it has been crazed. Hopefully you have a good time and good day and good night and all that. Hope you enjoyed the podcast. Have a good one. Cheers. Say goodbye, guys.
Peace out.
Derp.
And
Derp.
Sam, as always. Cheers, guys. Have a good one. Bye.